Greetings and welcome to the Talk to Me America show, where the world wants to know what you have to say. So call me when I tell you and tell them like it is. Tonight's show is doubly important for that, for the reasons that things have been going on this week, and I will talk about those today, making sure everyone can see and hear me properly. I was in a very big rush to get everything out. Yay, there goes the black screen. Wonderful. Okay, I'm seeing everything. Of course, that always ends up resetting. Always ends up resetting my my Rumble. So give me a second here. Refresh. There it is. Okay. Excellent. I see limited access is on all four of, well, three of them so far. Three of my channels so far. I am live on YouTube, Rumble, Odysee, and Kick. That's K-I-C-K, not K-I-K, where everybody was always extorting everybody for, oh, let me sponsor you. Give me free stuff and I'll show it off to my 5,000 followers and you might get a sale. Oh, the days of Instagram when they first started out. Oh boy, oh boy. 451 actual. Thank you so much. Wow, thank you. You get a couple of these. Where are they? Yeah. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for being here. 451 actual. Who else do we have here? Oma Ninja. Sparky. Yes, I think you were first. Limited access. Psy. Right? More like, oh my God, am I right? Yes. Pastor Chatelet, my main moderator here. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. 451 actual. I always call him out first. He was my metal man. I don't know what to call him now. He's my ranter now, I guess you could say. Since he's no longer playing a whole lot of music, I understand, and I was actually wondering how long it was going to be before somebody went, you can't play those because people are sending you money. Right? I'm sure it's something like that. Of course, if you did it beforehand, it was like, yeah, you seem to be like one of those people like I am too. You're in trouble until just before somebody gets smacked. You walk away just in time and everybody else goes, kaplash. I've always had that knack. People get really angry at me. Well, it was your fault. No, actually, I walked away from it long before any of that shit happened. Don't blame it on me. Oh, well, you weren't there to back anybody up. Would you have been? So, thank you. Thank you for sharing me out. Woo woo! Okay, yeah, we all are having to keep an ear to the ground here lately. Let's see, am I missing anybody before I go into my spiel here? Oma Ninja, Pastor Chatelet, Psy, Sparky the Welder, so far so good. Not me, B! I saw Waffle Salter last night on Tom's show, and I've actually emailed Tom to call him in tonight. I would love to hear his side of Pure Blood TV, on ground, on road, away from the keyboard, portable keyboards. Portable keyboard warriors. And of course, they went through all kinds of stuff. Almost reminded me of the Muppet Show. Driving down the road. Yes, me too. That's why. Well, like I say, he asked me to email him. He's wanting to schedule it, but I mean, I am on a schedule already. I'm always on here 7 o'clock Thursday. Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. for you Yanks out there. All right, real quick, my plugs, 451 actual, so I can open the phone line so that he can call. 451 actual, Pastor Chatelet, Red Dawn Radio. 451 actual's new show is No Prisoners Podcast. No PP. That's terrible. That's terrible.
He doesn't stand for baloney.
Yes, the Lost Wages road trip. Mr. Tizo, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you were here at the beginning of the show, you see that I'm using a few of the GIFs that you made for me. I do appreciate that, and I absolutely love them. That's why I use them. hopefully everybody is as lucky to get a GIF or two or a meme or two from you, Mr. Tizo, or an advertisement, because those are awesome. People love that stuff. In fact, if I still had my old little phone, instead of having Bugs Bunny doing a tap dance, I'd have that in there so people could see it. No pee-pee, yep. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Tizo. All right, Red Dawn Radio. Drunken Rocky, of course, you go and see him after my show. Right here on the Odysee. Okay, yeah, limited access. I see you over there on Rumble. I do see 7 people. We do love our lurkers. And I didn't have time to set up the chat on this other thing here on Kick. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm still getting used to all of these. Okay, everything's 5x5 everywhere. Everybody, everywhere. Mr. Tizo, thank you so much for the donation. You get one of these. Do appreciate that. And of course, every little bit goes right back into what I'm doing for you here. Just like you guys, I'm trying to expand, do better, have more, and be able to do more actually too. The more money I make here, the less I have to go out on the street and make money. Don't get me wrong, I love to make my music and everything like that, but I would just as soon stay at home and be able to do this here with you. Don't have to go nowhere, don't have to lift nothing, don't have to be nice to everybody all the time and act like I'm feeling good when I'm not. Not to mention the fact going out these days is dangerous. People suck. All right, Raynoth, DJ Bass, Kevin's Chaotic Coffee, which actually now seems to have joined 451 Actual in the mornings. Actually, to be honest with you, if you'd actually stick some more music in there and everything like that, you guys would make a great morning, like morning zoo type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Because 451 Actual rants, and Kevin, and Kevin puts in that flair like, oh no you didn't, you know, and it's just hilarious, the two of them together and all of that. It's like, and they're working so well together and everything. It's just amazing. I love it. It's like I say, it reminds me of some of the radio shows, but better. Okay, and then of course Tom in America Floats. Hopefully, if you don't mind, if somebody knows how to get in touch with him also too. He seems to be needing to be reminded about this stuff. He says, oh, let's schedule it and whatever like that. And it's like, well, I'm live at 7 p.m. on Thursdays. You need to call in and talk to us. So, and then, of course, last but not least, Magical Trevor, who went viral and was used in all kinds of folks for his latest presidential in-ear monitors. Has he done another one since the sandbag incident? I'm not sure. I try to keep up, but with our with our Pure Blood Media TV programs and guide growing in so many leaps and bounds, I can't keep up with everyone anymore. And of course, I'm going to portray that now. That is pureblood.tv, https / or // let's see. Salty Matt Jameson, welcome to the show. Let's see, it didn't in your super jet. Oh no, I didn't see that. It was all for lazy ass brain commuter work, but still needed to get done. I'm doping up right now so I can get some sleep tonight. Maybe the rock, maybe I won't. Oh, okay. All right, you're talking to each other in there. All right, that's fine. Okay, well, like I say, actually, I'll tell you what. I tried one last time, 2 minutes before I got online here to start streaming, because throughout the day, as I was prepping my links and my tabs for all of this, I couldn't get to Pure Blood TV. I wasn't sure if it was a mistake or if it was on purpose. You guys were updating something or whatever like that. I actually went over to Pastor Shadley's and real quick left a message over there and said, hey man, Pure Blood TV's down. Is it on purpose? And nobody answered me. Waffle Salter being paged in the pond. Okay, yeah, somebody somebody wants you. Ebtide, welcome. Hallie, welcome. Over there on YouTube. And like I say, we got some lurkers over here on Rumble. We do love our lurkers. And some lurkers over here on Kick. So I just started on Kick. So like I say, X me out. It doesn't matter what platform now. I would prefer Odysee, Kick, or Rumble, of course. I'm not giving up on YouTube quite yet. There are still a bunch of people here, and, you know, you still want to take people from there and bring them to other places. It's hard to do, and so you don't want to just give up. All right. So, and again, don't forget to support. You can actually get support on the Pure Blood TV Guide. You can actually support people on the Pure Blood TV Guide. Exit out also, you know, the platform formerly known as Twitter. Let's say exit out too. There's also spots where you can, if you are a creator and you're not on here, and you want to be, go on there, and I'm pretty sure you can get through to some of the developers on this through Gab, Truth Social, X, Twitter. I think they might actually have some kind of way to get a hold of somebody if you want somebody on here, or if you want to be on here as well. They also, in fact, like I say, I'm hopefully, if somebody can remember, or if somebody can get a hold of Tom, remind him to call me tonight so that he can give his side. Okay, so that he can give his side and his experience. I would love to hear what he had to say about this trip. He showed us an interview with some healthy old man last night. I'm sorry, I was in the middle of doing 10 things at once. I was lurking, but at the same time, I was busy too. And I also saw that, I believe it was Raynoth that posted Tweak meeting General Flynn, which Tweak and General Flynn, that almost sounds like a cartoon, you know, one of those like old Scooby-Doo type cartoons. Tweak meets General Flynn. Okay. I hope Rocky knows I'm joking. He is at least funny after the first hour. Actually, after a while, he's laughing so much there ain't much else to do except for laugh with him. Drunken Rocky, hey yo, hey yo, oh Rocky. All right. Okay, so again, don't forget all the convenient ways to support my channel. You saw a couple here on Odysee. You can super chat me. Also, I've got a monthly buy me a milkshake. If you want to make sure that I get tipped, but you can't always be around, make sure that I get you know, keep my power on, keep my internet and everything like that. Also, this is my way of keeping our 1A going for everyone while improving the show as we go. My channel is completely supported by you guys. So thanks for all the support in advance and beforehand and afterhand. Super chat on Rumbles. They call Rumble Rants. Ko-Fi, which comes highly recommended by Pastor Chatelet, in case you guys need a place to get paid for as well. This little thing below me here, you can scan that. I don't remember pushing you, Jesus. But you saw him looking in on us. I'll meet Trump too, watch. Tweak! Welcome. If you're as evil as he is, we try to smile at that point and it just looks like a Halloween accident, you know? That's right, Team Christ, Team Christ. And I think that's actually one of the reasons why we actually can see the demons inside some of these people, especially with the way that they're acting. They're not even hiding some of this shit now. All right, anyway, let's see. Odysee also has a monthly option. For you diehards, I still have PayPal, which actually, they make you kind of diehard when it comes right down to it. But all the links are below. Click on some of them, will you? And of course, the best thing to do, and the thing that helps the most, tweet me out. Gab me out, however you can share me. You just never know who's going to see it and say, oh, hey, I like this person a lot. And they watch this person, and I do it for others when I get a chance, if I'm here. Come on, Laura, you don't want to get sniffed. No, I don't want to get sniffed. I'm too old for that, actually, if everything seems true as what they're saying, at what they show us. Just looking at him, though, you know what I'm saying? He's creepy looking, and you know he tries to smile and everything like that, and the teeth are worn funny, and the gums are receding, and like I say, he looks like a Halloween accident. And seeing him up close, I can, there you go. Just like that, Ranger. Just like that. That's exactly how I see him. Especially after that speech he did with the red wall and the Marines behind him and everything like that. I couldn't have been more reminded of Hitler than that scenario there. One more goal for the Pure Blood Media Group is to have journalists in the press briefing room of the White House. That would be awesome, Tweak. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Got to keep growing, and that's why we keep talking. That's why I keep doing every Thursday, and I want to try to do more and everything like that. And that's why I always try to advertise the Pure Blood Media. In fact, I'm a little jealous now because, you know, you used to be able to click on the thing here and you could see me right here in the middle. Now you got to scroll down to see me. But that just means that we're growing in leaps and bounds, and that's not a bad thing. In fact, we should be able to have something just like cable used to. You know, you can change channels and there's something on at all times. Everybody's doing something. In fact, I think even as small as we are, but with what's going on, I think that we plus a lot of the internet is the main reason why Hollywood just went and I do mean In fact, Nerdrotic just came out with a video today talking about how they're still on strike and they're starting to boo-hoo about not knowing where the next meal's coming from and all this other stuff and everything like that. And he says, you know, I don't like it, you know, any more than anybody else does. And I don't think that these people deserve not being able to at least live or pay their rent or whatever like that. But this is what happens to people that think they're better than everyone else. Because I've been in the movies, I've been an extra in the movies before, and believe me, these writers and even the TAs and the DAs, director's assistants and all this other stuff, they all look down at their noses on the extras and the people in there and everything. They scream at you like you're cattle and everything. And it's like, nah. And I figured at one point it would come back to bite them. And that's actually one of the things that the guy from Nerdrotic had mentioned, is the fact that these people have been downing us for at least the last 20 years, if not more. It started subtly, but it got to the point of where they were trying to tell electors how to fucking thwart the election that they didn't like, and telling anybody that supported somebody that they didn't like was a bad person. Yet give me money, support my movie, come see my movies and come see my TV shows. And it's like I've always said, if I wanted to pay for a lecture, I'd go back to school, and that ain't happening. DJ Beast, welcome. Trying to make sure I pay attention. My friends and I are depressed coming into Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, tomorrow night with such a crazy world. Well, loves, all I can say is, you know, it seems like people like us stay the straight and narrow. We know what's right and wrong, and we haven't allowed anyone to deviate us from that, which is not a bad thing. You know, reality bites sometimes, but if you don't stay in reality, you're going to have nothing but drama and bullshit all the time. And then you also have to start explaining yourself to everybody. This is one of those things, free speech, I understand that, but at the same token, I am so sick to death of being lectured by some of these 20-year-olds and these 30-year-olds about how life is supposed to be, how I'm supposed to do everything differently than I've ever done before, when I've never done anything but conserve. In fact, I come from that kind of a family. I was raised to wash your tin foil. I was raised to save your bacon grease. You know, that kind of thing. So don't be too depressed. Thank God for actually what you do have and the fact that he is allowing you to see this so that you don't become a part of it. I try to always look on the bright side of this stuff because bottom line is he is in control. And I think that those of us that can see this and that talk about this and are able to differentiate between reality and some of this fantasy crapola that these people have made up, I think that is, I think it's a gift. I think it's a gift because we seem like a lot of people, but we are the true, my brother-in-law told me about this and some statistics. He's a editor at a Christian book company. And he basically said he'd done some writing, and he said that actual smart people that can see this kind of thing, are the literal 1%. I guess you could say. Something like that. So, like I say, I've been looking at videos about it and things like that too, and it's true. If you do see these things and you're able to differentiate these things, you're smarter than the average bear. So, give thanks for that at least. You're welcome, Holly. You're very welcome. Let's see. The fabricated entertainment reality we have been worshiping instead of the Lord has gotten into this mess. Well, has gotten everyone else into this mess. I mean, like I say, I didn't feel very close to him for a long time, but now that I'm looking back and now that I'm getting closer again, I'm starting to study more and starting to congregate with more folks this way. I guess you could call us a tribe. I think humans are normal like that, and that's why they try to separate us. But I've seen also too that even though I didn't feel close to him, he was always there for me. And I see it, like I say, I see it every day. In fact, like I say, I believe part of my epiphanies, if you will, was when I had my heart attack 2 weeks into the lockdowns. I was shown something that many people weren't being shown at the time, while our mainstream media was telling us the exact opposite. I can't think of that any differently than some kind of intervention, and I was meant to talk about it. That's why I'm still here. Okay. Been banned. Sorry, I didn't zip past it. You guys zip past it. In life, you have two choices. You can either go to the window or you can go to the wall. Or you can let the bodies hit the floor. Ree! Coondog! American Dream. How you doing? Sorry about that. You guys go so fast, I didn't see it anymore. In fact, here. Oh, been banned. Thank you so much for the donation. You get one of these. That's what you mean, huh? Oh, next one. There you go. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Let's get social. Drinking Dunning-Kinger. When you think you are smarter than everyone else, but in reality, you're a fucking retard. Open a bottle. Shut up and take my money. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Bobby Digital. Welcome to the show. All right, I'm going to open the phone lines now. Like I said, make sure to support the channel, even if it's sharing me out. We want to get as many people. It's especially important now because they have literally started arresting people for their speech. I'll go over that in just a minute. We want folks to call in and exercise their First Amendment rights. That's the whole purpose of my show, because we should never, ever, ever, ever just shut our mouths voluntarily. And after the events of this week especially, it is even more important than ever. In fact, I should make a t-shirt. Never surrender, never shut up. Never. All right, I'm opening the phone lines now. Skype is up. Let me make sure that the sound is correct. Audio, video, check. All right, everything looks fine. All right. You may now call me. All right, breaking real quick, of course, is that 3 indictments for Hunter Biden regarding his federal gun charges that might add up to possible 25 years in prison. I gloss over this because of the fact that you know damn well probably nothing's going to happen. They're doing this. They're going to say, see, we're doing it on our side too, and he's even the president's son. Yeah, okay. When I see bars over his face and him in an orange jumpsuit, I'll believe you're actually doing something. And of course, you're going to get this, we're probably going to start getting this same litany that we're getting, same litany that we're getting for the impeachment, which is, oh, there's no proof of that. In fact, I got somebody on record a little later in the show to show you that. Somebody actually said that already. So like I say, we're going to see a litany of propaganda about how there's no evidence of any of this either, even though there's videos all over the internet of son Biden wielding weapons and weighing crack. And I don't mean the one at the end of his spinal column either. But like I said before, we all know the story there, and I will read to you later just how much the White House is freaking out right now over all of this. Even if Fetterman the Giant, who acts like he's still in junior high school, thinks that it's so ridiculous. I'll spare you Lurch's antics when asked about the investigation going on with our nursing home resident. Anyway, on to what this show and every show is about, and that is the First Amendment. We have to talk about Owen Schroyer getting jailed for 60 or 90 days for free speech. That was Hunter Biden indicted on the gun charges. InfoWars, I want you to see, this is pretty telling as well. Washington Examiner, InfoWars host Owen Schroyer sentenced to 60 days in jail over role in lead up to January 6th. Now, first of all, I want to know what the difference is here, too. Owen Schroyer was actually there. They're claiming that he riled people up on his show from the War Room on Alex Jones, which actually I don't watch Alex Jones that much. He screams about his vitamins too much. I like Owen Schroyer and the other guy, Matthew. But was sentenced to 60 days in jail over his role in the January 6th riot. He did not go inside the Capitol, nor is he accused of any violence or destruction of property, despite his prosecutors argued that he helped create the riot through his online platform. He hosts the daily web show, The War Room with Owen Schroyer, on the network operated by Alex Jones. And of course, you know damn well they're doing the same thing with everybody affiliated with Alex Jones as everybody affiliated with Donald Trump. And again, he's being jailed literally for his speech, because there's people arguing about this now, and they're saying, oh, he did a criminal this and he... No, there's absolutely no criminal anything on this indictment. It is literally things that he has said. Literally about things that he has said, either on his show or when he was there. But I want to know. I mean, they're jailing people for this January 6th thing, and they just got finished jailing Enrique Tarrio, or whatever his name was, for, 20-some years? 22 years? And he wasn't even there. So what's the difference here? In fact, I've never seen Enrique Tarrio ever say anything publicly. He doesn't have his own show. He wasn't even there, but they jailed him for 22 years. So why does Owen Schroyer only get 60 days? What's going on here? Ranger Skeletor, Duraglass, welcome to the show. Trying to make sure I pay attention to the chats and everything. I've got to get some bigger monitors. There we go. Okay. 3 people watching on Kick. I'm impressed. Thank you for that new platform. And of course, if I ever can find or catch Space Pirate Yvonne, so that he can tweak out my system after me installing everything, I might not get those flashes. I'm hoping I don't get one of those black flashes, because it turns off my Rumble for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, so the Examiner says that, and the CNN InfoWars host sentenced to 60 days in Capitol riot case, and they go, Owen Schroyer, a right-wing conspiracy theorist and InfoWars host, which actually he's just an InfoWars host, was sentenced to 60 days in jail on Tuesday. They seem almost giddy about reporting about that. But again, I'm going to let him explain it to you, since it's his case. He was on, boy, I tell you what, Tim Pool's getting scoop on just about everybody right now, even the main...
Too into the weeds in this, for obvious reasons. Find me one other person in my situation that's facing those charges. You can't. So what am I left to assume? I'm being targeted. What else am I left to assume when I'm the only...
It actually rained here today, and I've been having this problem all day, so...
one that is having this result. And what's interesting, and we can, whenever you want to, Tim, I mean, we can dig into this sentencing document, but when you go back and we're trying to get the transcription of today's court events to be expedited because there was no cameras or recordings allowed in the courtroom. So there's a lot of stuff in there that I think is going to wow the people. So we're trying to get the transcription of those proceedings published as quickly as possible, because what you find out is that the government is trying to have their cake and eat it too. They're trying to argue that this is not a free speech case. That is their argument, that this is not a free speech case. And yet, at every point in their presentation today, their argument was based off of something that I said.
Yeah, well, now you have good lawyers. You can actually turn it around and make it a free speech case. And as he says on this next one, they think that they're going to be able to take this to the Supreme Court, which I think they should go for it.
But as far as what's next, we do plan to appeal. There's still some questions as far as, I mean, we're assuming that we're going to be able to appeal. It'd be like almost as shocking as the incarceration, almost as shocking.
Okay, hang on. No audio. What happened? I didn't touch anything other than the TV. Let's say, or than the TV. Then the link that I was playing. Drunken Rocky says I can hear. Let me reset real quick. Actually, this is the one time I haven't had any trouble. But you know what? You're right. It's now it's buffering for me. Oh wait. It must be Odysee, guys. I don't think I'm having any trouble on the other ones, unless am I losing my? No, I have. Everything's good here. Broadcasting. Good. Everything's good here. Okay, yeah, Rumble's working. How is it? Is it any better now? 550. Mine stopped on me completely just now. Huh. I don't know what to tell you guys. Some of you got audio, some of you don't. I think it's Odysee, because now mine's completely stopped. There we go. But yeah, when I unmute it, it doesn't do anything. Odyssee's been acting funky lately. Can everybody else hear me on the other streams? But yeah, when yeah, I can hear that one. That's YouTube. I could hear Rumble. Rumble was good. Okay, so is Kick. It's just on Odysee, you guys. Oh, too late, I'm your ninja. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, yeah, Junker Rocky says it's 5x5 on YouTube. I can hear on Rumble on YouTube. Well, sorry about that on Odysee. Just switch over to the other channels for now and make sure to tell everybody on Kick. I mean, it's on X. Because, yeah, I'm getting nothing. Nothing at all. All right, DJ Bass says we're back. I'll refresh it for myself. Okay, there we go. All right, DJ Bass says there it is. Okay. Yay! Technical difficulties. You don't have to stand by anymore. Stand down and stand back or whatever it was. Anything like that. Okay. Where was I? Oh, okay. Don't forget you can. The phone lines are open. We were talking about Owen Schroyer. Oh, okay. I paused this so you guys could hear the rest of it. Yay.
Is the sentence if they didn't let me appeal. But I mean, at this point, you know, who knows? Right. They may deny the appeal. And I will also tell you that we believe that this is an important enough case to make it to the Supreme Court. And maybe that's where
Agreed.
we prefer this case ends up, is at the Supreme Court, because we believe it is that big of a free speech issue. For the time being, and my lawyer let the court today know that we plan to appeal. And so at least for the time being, even though I think the government was kind of biting their cheek, they are going to allow me to not be incarcerated and remain under my strict probation during the appeals process, the same probation I've been under. Now, again, this could all change, like the wind could change directions, right? And so when that happens, they'll set a date that I have to turn myself in, and the rest we'll learn from there. But if
Actually, to be honest with you, I'm surprised that they haven't raided his house like they did everyone else's, especially since he was there. That would have actually given them kind of sort of an excuse to go and raid Alex Jones's studios and stuff like that too. So something ain't right. Either that or these guys are just as incompetent as ever. They're just going after what they can go after because it's easy. Space Cowboy, welcome. Proud Boys was always opposition to Antifa in Portland. Democrats hate opposition. They will even call a black man an insurrectionist. Oh, worse than that. Worse than that. Those are the people that Malcolm X warned us about. Or yeah. So, if I'm not mistaken, one of the leaders of the Proud Boys was a known FBI informant. Yeah, they infiltrated a lot of these things and talked some of the not as smart ones to do stupid shit. Okay, and of course, this is what he was in trouble for to begin with. This is one of the things that, in fact, they basically said he wasn't allowed to say certain things after he did this.
The minority of this committee.
All the cameras come up, and all Nadler can do is...
Order in the room. Order in the room. Order in the committee room.
This was the first impeachment, I believe. So, yeah, he was in trouble for doing that. They basically, according to something that I had read, or what he had said on Tim Pool the other night, that after that, they had, like, given him permission, or unpermissioned him to say certain things and be able to say other things and things like that on his show. And now they're, he also happened to be the one that did that Trump 1 flag at that baseball game. And they showed you the Trump flag on MSNBC or whatever it was, the mainstream media, but they didn't show you this.
They stole our election, though, you know?
Crazy.
We'll take it out. Relax,
Those are the guards at the stadium.
We'll hold on to that. Nope, we got it. No, I know the rules. You can't take my flag. Yes, we can. No, you cannot. I will take it up. Man, what do you want me to do with this flag? You cannot take my flag. Hang on. We'll take it up. You know, your election got stolen, too. I know. Everyone's election got stolen, and Americans should be more upset than our election.
This is why they want to shut him up.
We have a flag. All right.
Fucking right. Trump 2024.
We'll leave. How about that? We'll take the flag.
This is fucking crazy.
We know. You can't take the flag. Come down here. That's fine. That's fine. Everybody knows Trump won.
Fucking right.
Everybody knows Trump won.
Woo!
And they're more upset because I have a flag than that our election was stolen. Can I just grab my phone?
No, they gotta follow them orders, don't you know?
If you were Trump, smash the heart, leave a comment, drop a file. Let's get this to the FYP. You guys stay blessed.
Did you hear the organ just now? Listen to the organ.
You guys stay blessed. If you were Trump, smash the heart, leave a comment, drop a file. Let's get this to the FYP. You guys stay blessed.
I didn't notice that before. Let's see. Proud Boys was a Portland drinking club, not political for years. Yeah, actually didn't... weren't they just a drinking club, and then all of a sudden Antifa was in their face and they, like, defended themselves? It was like, yeah, man, you aren't getting in my face about this shit. We ain't gonna let you take away our rights or something like that. And then all of a sudden it became this anti-fascist, fascist I'm sure that the media, when the media got a hold of that, they twisted it somehow. They had to have. In fact, they're even calling Enrique Tarrio, he's a black Cuban. They're calling him a white dude. Although, I guess that's par for the course if Joe Biden can take away your blackness if you don't vote for him. This is how they think. This is what they think. This is literally what they think. It's buffering again. I'm sorry. Odysee must be having trouble. They must be fixing stuff or putting stuff together or something like that. Salty Bad Jameson. Okay, yeah, I see you guys over here on Odysee now. Yeah, man, that's why I do more than one channel or more than one. Okay, Odysee is 5x5 again. Sparky the Welder on Kick. Cool. That's why I do more than one platform. You just never know which one of them's going to go down. And you just never know which one of them's going to censor us. Although Odysee doesn't censor us, but they have their own problems. Rumble doesn't censor us, but they have other rules and stuff like that. Lizzie Longtoes, my famous friend, how are you? Can't run, but you can't. You can run, but you can't hide. You remember the remedy for that, right? Okay, so yeah, Joe Biden.
You're an asshole.
I love it. The organ. I'll have to save that one and maybe make a clip or a noise clip out of it. That was pretty good. Yeah, old white guy suspends blackness cards. As if. Oh, let's see. Perfect. Undercover work he did was not in conjunction with the Proud Boys. It just shows suspicious activity. Who are we talking about here? Enrique Tarrio? The guy? The guy? So, poor Orange Schroyer. Here we have yet another person that goes against the lying, thieving, and yes, murderous establishment getting literally jailed for his freedom of speech. Mainly because he's bold enough to confront those who would enslave us by wiping their asses with the Constitution. So, let's see. Video of him interrupting. I got this. I got that. I showed you that. Okay. Showed you those. All right. Now, here's a... Let's see. Am I up to the next here? Okay. Here's an interesting little tidbit you guys might be interested in knowing.
Alexa, who's the most famous person in the world?
According to Yahoo, Donald Trump is the most famous person in the world.
Boom. Alexa.
Thought you might like that. Here's a good piece of advice for you. Where did this go now?
Unroll it.
If you ever hear someone tell you do something for the greater good, run! Because that's what communists say, and that's the lie. The continuous lie. While they're arresting somebody as cool as Owen Schroyer.
We need you to stay in your home for a couple weeks. It's for the greater good. We need you to close your business just for a short time. It's for the greater good.
And don't be
we need you to stay home just a little bit longer than 2 weeks. It's for the greater good. We need you to wear this on your face. It's for the greater good.
I still want to know who we is.
We need you to wear 2 of these on your face. It's for the greater good. We need you to inject this into your body. It's for the greater good. We need you to spend the holidays alone. It's for the greater good. You must inject this into your body if you want to feed your family. It's for the greater good. We need you to stop eating that. It's not good for the environment. It's for the...
Says who? I still have this question, and I think this is one of the reasons, I guess maybe this is one of the reasons why they don't want us following our God or worshiping our own God, because these people act like he's dead and they're God now. That's always been my question. Who died and left we in charge? Who? For the greater good. You would no more know about the greater good than if you were to, I don't know. It's almost like the thing, you don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. This ain't no greater. It's greater good for you, maybe. Probably, more than likely, this stuff is always pushed because they make money off of it.
The greater good. We need you to stop driving your car and flying. It's for the greater.
But we won't do that. You're the only ones that have to do that. We can still ride around in our gas-guzzling SUVs and our entourage of 34 cars plus 3 ambulances and a hearse. But you have to stop driving anything but an electric piece of crap that you can't afford and never will be able to. Not to mention the fact that our grid is at the max now. And we haven't supplied any new infrastructure for this. In fact, did you hear about the energy secretary? She tried to make a 4-hour trip and couldn't find in an electric car. Couldn't find a charging station 2 hours in and had one of her gas-guzzling entourage block a electric charging station from everyone else until she got there. Tell me these people don't think that they're in charge and that they're just entitled to everything because they know better than we are. They can point their fingers and look down their noses at us.
Greater good.
Yeah.
We need you to stop heating your home so often. It's for the greater good.
Yeah, I don't want to hear anymore. You know what I'm talking about. And as far as I'm concerned, you can stick your greater good right up your, you know what. Yes, the energy secretary is a live clown world meme. Yeah, I know. Need to wear this on your face, bitch. Go fuck yourself. How does that fit? Yeah. That's what I say. The kids had it right too. In fact, I still have nightmares about that poor little boy that I showed you a couple of years ago, or about a year ago. He's sitting on the floor, and they kept putting the mask on him, and he's taking it off, and they're putting it on him, and he's taking it off, and whenever they put it on, he screams. That's child abuse. That child doesn't want that shit on his face. Don't be messing with that child like that. That's nope. Not to mention the fact, they're always warning us about kids being able to strangle themselves on these things, these little strings and everything. You're going to put strings around their head. Yeah, tell me again how much they care about us. We need to eat the grasshoppers. Ree! You are my meat now, you grasshopper eating bitch. Now, nope. Put it this way, if you've ever ridden or been a bitch on a bike, you've eaten bugs. That is not a delicacy. It is not something I would choose to do. And actually, the first 2 times that it happened to me, I went right out and bought a helmet with a face shield. I think I'll turn my air conditioner down, too. We need to... We need her. Again, I love these people that always include you in the... We don't do this. Who's we? You're automatically including me in your whatever it is. And no, you don't get to speak for me. You don't get to tell me what to do. I'm going to need you all to stop using our air conditioning today. We're charging the fleet of government vehicles. Yeah. And I was going to say, don't be fooled. He wants to make our resident in the I'm just calling it the nursing home right now. Almost 28% of our representatives are all old fucks, and Nancy Pelosi's going for re-election again. At what is she, 87 now? Stop. And you know damn well they're not voting her in. They're not voting these people in anymore. They're just there. We means them, they. No, well, yeah, but it started out with, oh, we don't speak like that in church, or we don't. And it's like, who is we? Just because you don't doesn't mean I'm not included. Because usually they're talking one-on-one. And they go, we, like we both are in on this. No! Speak for yourself. You don't speak for me. And I don't necessarily agree with what you're saying. All right, you guys. Nobody able to get a hold of Tom? I really, really, really want to hear what he has to say about that trip that you guys went on. My ride's going to melt, yep. Yeah, well, like I say, to me, from everything that I've heard, first of all, electric vehicles are not very reliable. You know, there are a minimum amount of vehicles on the street, mainly because the average American can't afford them. Like I say, EVs are rich people toys. They expect everybody to be rich. In fact, I see these videos now, these little clips where the little girls walking around with the big behinds talking about they want $100,000 engagement ring, thinking that the man that they're gonna get makes almost $1 million a year, when the average income is $38,000. So yeah. But I think that's what makes everybody think that everybody's so damn rich here. Yes, we are the richest country in the world, although I don't think so anymore. Especially not after these lockdowns and all this other crapola that they did to us. Tom was smoking it funny and maybe on cloud 9 with the missus. When did she come back? Skeletor. Yes, there was wet stuff coming out of the sky today. Okay. Now, here's something else I'm real sick. This is another lie that I'm sick to death of hearing. He started it with this.
Oh, certain ones will have significant impact and have no negative impact on the Second Amendment. Second Amendment is not absolute. When it was passed, you couldn't own a cannon.
Which is bullshit. Again, this is a lie. The Second Amendment is not absolute. And then you got our beloved New Mexican governor saying the same thing.
No constitutional right, in my view, including my oath, is intended to be absolute.
Wrong! So, the Constitution and our Bill of Rights is not absolute, huh?
No constitutional right.
Shut up! All right, as I was saying, the Constitution's not absolute, huh? So now they want us to believe that our rights, which actually connotates absoluteness, to me anyway, non-negotiable. Since these rights come to us from our Creator, which is God, I can't think of anyone or anything more absolute. And she has the nerve to double down on this shit.
Joining us now for her first national televised interview since issuing this order is the governor of New Mexico, Michelle Lujan Grisham. Governor, thank you for your time this morning. And let's get to exactly that. We just heard from the sheriff. He joins the attorney general and others.
Who told her pretty much to fuck herself. There's no way that they can either consciously uphold that mandate, which is not a law. She couldn't make it a law if she wanted to, unless, like I say, all of this stuff is pieces of paper. They're only as good they're only as good as the piece of paper they're written on if they're enforced. But Attorney General told her, nah. Sheriff told her, nah. The state trooper or whatever it was told her, nah. Not only will they not uphold that, but they can't in good conscience. And you want to hear the kicker? All these people that are telling her, nah, are Democrats. They know this is a killing topic. Even the Democrats in Washington know better than to just ban them for no reason. And of course, this tells me also too, this woman actually did this in conjunction with this emergency, this medical emergency or whatever it was, because 3 children got shot over the summer. So she decided to declare an emergency and decided that since the federal government declared the emergency and started taking everybody's rights away, she was going to do it too. Well, she waited a little too long. People aren't falling for this shit anymore. And like I say, her own people that are supposed to be taking care of her and listening to her are telling her, nah.
Who say they won't enforce it, it's unconstitutional. Why do it if it can't be enforced?
Well, that's their opinion. They have no bold...
No, that's not their opinion.
actions. They don't have any plans for reducing gun violence. Every single
Yeah, actually they do. They keep claiming that there's no plan. How about taking away the guns from the criminals? How about holding the people responsible for doing this shit responsible, even if they are legal gun owners? It's already against the law to kill somebody. It's already against the law to own guns when you're not supposed to own guns. This shit's already against the law. Again, though, piece of paper, unless you enforce it. But, oh, these people have no plans, so I'm just going to take them away from it, but I'm just going to punish everybody because they have no plans. And actually, translation, they have no plans that she likes or that she's being paid to handle.
Aspect in terms of preventing gun violence, funds, crime labs, more than $150 million for retention bonuses and recruitment of new police officers.
Which is probably bullshit. And of course, these people aren't going to work for free. But she's a big proponent too of this defunding the police bullshit. And now she can't figure out why nobody wants to get rid of their guns. Duh!
Focused on one thing. We have the third highest gun-related injuries in the country, 90% higher than the national average. We lost 143 children between 2017 and 2021. It is unacceptable, and it calls for immediate and swift and bold action. And frankly...
Yeah, how about locking up the people that killed those children, you dingus? It takes bold action. Well, I can't think of anything bolder than putting criminals in jail. They're bold enough to do this stuff. I don't ever give the benefit of anything. No, I don't either. Somebody said Grisham did it because she felt she could get away with it. She thinks she knows better than, and that we are children that need to be told. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was talking about. These people now think that since they've, well, they're still trying to cajole God out of us to convince us that they're going to be our gods now. And they've even admitted, Schwab has admitted it, and one of his right-hand man, I've seen videos of those guys telling, well, we're going to be the gods. You're not going to have to do blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, no. No, no, no. In fact, I'd like to see that. Show me, motherfucker. Show me. Build a tree. Build a human. Build some DNA. Show me what kind of a god you are. Gods don't destroy. Well, not our God anyway. But he's gonna. Her necklace is literally gay. Okay. The symbols will open your eyes. I can't see her necklace.
The evidence bears out over and over again.
Looks like she's trying to be a rapper, actually.
Fewer guns on the streets makes everyone safer, and I'm focused on
fewer guns in the hands of criminals make the streets safer. Not fewer guns, period. Because, and she even admitted, when they asked her when she announced this before, she even admitted that this wasn't going to do anything. She says, they asked her, he said, do you think that taking the guns out of law-abiding citizens' hands are going to actually make the criminals follow the law? She goes, no, but we got to do something. Well, wrong. Yeah, the something you're doing is bullshit. And you're making law-abiding citizens defenseless against people who would no more follow the law than save a life. So, and then she thinks, oh, I have the right to forego the Constitution. No, you don't. In fact, you're not even a federal person. You're a state person. So, she's being sued by several of her industries people throughout there and everything like that. We'll see if this one goes to the Supreme Court. Although, a federal judge has come out already and said, no, you're not doing this. Not to mention the fact it's a mandate. It's not a law, and she couldn't make it a law if you wanted to. Plus, the Constitution has things in it that says if these people try and thwart the Constitution, you have the right to disobey a bad law. In fact, the very first thing that they did was lawful carriers and owners and everything like that went out and protested with their guns. Has noted, has noted that those are satanic symbols for high priests. Only thing that needs to be done is her ass dragged off to court for treason. Yes, exactly. Duraglass, bang your head. You've seen, I've banged my head already. I've got a video of it. In fact, it's from the Chaos? No. That song, Hang 'em High. Haven't listened to that one in a while. Okay, then we have, let's see. Oh my God, Dad eventually missed. That's why I'm retarded. What's your excuse? Oh my God, this guy's got a sledgehammer going across this guy's head. Oh my God, been banned. I see why you get banned sometimes. You have to try them first, then hang them, sadly. Yeah. Well, I'm going to say we have to do it right, but at the same time, we can't let them do it to us in the meantime. Then we have the possible, maybe, perhaps, we will definitely look into it. Might just see what we can do with all of the votes and maybe a committee to just maybe accuse the nursing home residents so we can investigate an improbable, impossible impeachment. There, I said it. How about these constant lies? This motherfucker never shuts up about the lies either.
And these Republican swing voters, independents take. You've got January the 6th. You've got the apologies for January the 6th by the Republican House.
From who? From who? Nobody apologized that I remember.
You've got them talking about these people that killed cops, calling them, again, if you don't think so, ask the family, okay? Ask the family who killed the cops, and they'll tell you it was a riot.
That's a big fat lie. 4 cops did not die during January 6th. He's still spouting that lie. Keep listening.
That Donald Trump whipped into a frenzy and sent.
Oh yeah, Donald Trump whipped everybody into such a frenzy that we were just strangling everybody and hitting people across the head with anything we could get our hands on. No guns, though. No guns. And we didn't burn anything down.
To the Capitol. You've got abortion. An issue that's going to be, again, once again, as it was in 22, a huge issue.
Really? Really? A huge issue?
24. You've got a federal judge declaring Donald Trump to be a
A federal judge declaring Trump to be a rapist. That never happened. That never happened. Federal judge. This guy's propaganda. I swear to God, I've got a song in my head. You remember that song? Diarrhea. Diarrhea. Propaganda. All the times they fucking lying. Don't listen to their bullshit.
Any standard definition of how we and institutions define and now you've got
yeah, but how we define it. The judge has proclaimed that, by the way, we define it. You hear what he said there? As I say, you got to listen to these people because, again, if you know what they're talking about, most of the time it's word salad sandwiches, but if you know exactly what they're talking about and you hear how they talk, it's all crap. It's all crap.
Impeachment, simply because the craziest people on the back benches in the House of Representatives are demanding that Kevin McCarthy call for an impeachment.
The craziest people. Oh, yeah. MTG and Lauren Boebert and Matt Gaetz and the craziest people. I love how they call the sensible ones the craziest ones. And this guy right here shouldn't be where he is. These people have literally sold their souls to the devil. There's no other explaining this. And this chick, her and her plastic surgery. To be honest with you, I'm surprised the two of them are still married. But Politics makes strange bedfellows, but they're both paid shills for the establishment, period. That's why, otherwise they'd be telling us the actual truth.
Again, this is the White House's dream.
Right. It's very confusing if you are a real Republican where you go, because
what's a real Republican these days? Oh, it's confusing if you're a real Republican. I love how she's telling real Republicans how to feel. Come on.
Because this is not the Republican Party as we once knew it.
Boy. No, it's not the Republican Party as you once knew it. In fact, it's not the Republican Party anymore at all. Nobody wants either of those parties anymore, as you can tell. We've got the MAGA party and we've got the leftists now. Even the leftists don't want to be a part of that. None of the young people want anything to do with either the Democrats or the Republicans. That's one of the reasons why they're going so hard on any third parties now, too. Because it's a distinct possibility with the younger set now. And to be honest with you, if it's anything like the other two right now, they can have that too. Now, you got these people lying like this over and over and over again because, you know, you tell the lie long enough, it becomes the truth to a lot of, you know, what is it, 90% of the sheep. But there was literally a memo. They're panicking so badly about this now that we now have a memo from the and these people always have way too long of names. This is where all these hyphenated names, everything came up. This is what makes these people look and feel so important. They've got 10,000 names in their job duty. Special assistant to the president and senior advisor and spokesman for the White House counsel's office. From Ian Sam, special assistant, I read that part September 12th. It's time for the media to do more to scrutinize House Republicans, as if they don't do that enough already as it is. Demonstrably false claims that they're basing impeachment stunt on. After nearly 9 months of investigating, House Republicans haven't been able to turn up any evidence of the president doing anything wrong. Right! There are none so blind that just won't see. He had his pee-pad in. He has his pee-pad. He's fine. Oh, must be talking about something else. May socialist news be cuckolded. Not sure if he is Waldo or Carmen Sandiego. He's locked in a cage in the corner of the garage. Oh, you abducted Tweak. Okay. Grizzy, how are you? Okay. Just want to make sure I wasn't missing anything, missing anybody's comments. Once again, welcome to the show. Don't forget to X me out, you know, on the platform formerly known as Twitter, which actually still, if you pull it up, says twitter.com. Of course, you know, Elon Musk's going through some shit too. They think he's treasonous now because he won't subjugate anybody like they want him to. And they think that his Twitter, again, one of the things, they don't want the truth coming out, so they're going to try and censor it. That's what they've been doing. We have been turned into a banana republic. I'm on fire, you savages. How dare you? Yes. My chat. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, they're trying, like I say, and of course, throughout the last couple of days, you've heard CNN, MSNBC all talking about, oh, he didn't do anything. There's no proof. There's no... But I noticed that Dershowitz and the people on their side, they haven't said a whole lot about this yet. And those are the people, in fact, even Joe Brown from LA are coming out in defense of Trump. But I haven't seen shit about what's going on with Biden. I don't know if they're keeping their mouth shut because they are part of that regime still, or... But House Republicans led by Marjorie Taylor Greene are nonetheless opening a baseless impeachment inquiry on President Biden, despite many House Republicans openly admitting there is no evidence on which to support it. He's saying that Ken Buck said that it's time for impeachment is the time when there's evidence linking President Biden, if there's evidence linking President Biden of a high crime or misdemeanor, but that evidence doesn't exist right now. Yeah, it does. They actually could have impeached him after that Yatsenyuk thing. And I don't know how many times I've seen that video where he admits that, well, son of a bitch, he got fired. Republican Representative, now, had this been Trump, had they found anything like this on Trump, lock, stock, and barrel, it was done. They didn't go through any inquiries. They didn't go through anything. Nancy Pelosi said, everybody vote for this, and they did. Thankfully, we owned the Senate at the time. And Romney couldn't make up his mind. On the first count, he voted yes. On the second count, he voted no. So, why would I be lost? Cowboy, could you imagine if we all got on a Skype call? I only take one at a time. I already had a problem with that once before. I only take one at a time. So, and the phone lines are open, so call me. Let's see. Chuck Edwards in North Carolina said in a House hearing, I've heard over and over that President Biden has not been implicated or proven for any wrongdoing here, and I acknowledge that. Well, yeah, I was going to say, for the time being. And how long ago was some of this stuff stated? You know what I'm saying? He just wrote this on September 12th, like minutes after McCarthy said, okay, yeah, we'll look into it. And of course, they've got references, the little things that you can click on here, but the references come in another PDF of what do we got, 20 pages or 14 pages here, where they basically talk about what these people said and when they said it, how they claimed it. Joe Biden engaged in bribery scheme with a foreign national. And of course, the lawyers are coming out. Everybody else, there's videos everywhere. I mean, there's a 700-page book of Hunter Biden's laptop with pictures of Joe Biden with these people that he claimed, oh, I didn't never talk to these people. I didn't know nothing about my son's anything. Yeah, bullshit. Yes, I did get rain. It did rain here. Are they blaming you for the buffering there, Grizzy? Okay, so basically, again, the main thing I wanted to point out was that they're starting now to arrest people and jail people for freedom of speech. It's not long, but it doesn't need to be. Because you know what this is? More than anything else, it's a warning to the rest of us. I mean, we got Pure Blood Media here. We're talking about this stuff. We're gathering information with each other. We're teaching each other these things. We're teaching each other ways to survive because we absolutely don't trust any of these people to flick some switch somewhere and turn everything off. Not to mention the fact that the infrastructure is crumbling in some of the bigger cities. I watched somebody walk through a sidewalk in New York today. Yeah, and they're not doing anything but blaming the other side for everything. In the meantime, absolutely nothing for us is getting done except for they're jailing their opponents so that they can stay in power. And they will burn the whole place down so that they can rule over it. That's how evil they are. All right. Remember, I got this new section in my show. Like I say, you can still call me, I'm sure. I can't believe nobody has anything to say. Not one phone call tonight. Of course, I'd rather have the money. That's okay. If you want to send me money, that's... But I'd rather have both. This actual show is for you to open your mouths and get your First Amendment rights out there. I know that you guys are pissed off about a lot of this stuff. I'm trying to give everyone the opportunity to get it out. And what better way to do it than a phone call? It's easy. You don't have to make a channel. Because like I say, I do this because I know that there's a lot of people out there that can't make channels. They can't do all of this stuff. There's hundreds of us and thousands of us out there, but not all of us talk about this stuff. Not all of us are 1A aardvarks. Advocates. Aardvarks. I like aardvark better. I'm a 1A aardvark. Let's say, I've got some ideas for some t-shirts. So... been banned. Yes, and inflation eating everyone in the middle and lower class. Oh, that was something else I saw today too. I think it was on Tyler's Ed. It was this guy buying a steak. He had two nice They weren't even the best cut either. They were they weren't ribeyes. I forget exactly. Strip steaks of some kind or whatever like that. They might have been porterhouse. They were thin cut though. 2 of them, $14.95 a pound, and the price for the 2 steaks was $69 or $78, something like that. It was exorbitant amount. He's like, damn, man, what are they doing to us? But that's what happens when you make things scarce and sparse. And I also heard somebody else mention the fact that we're seeing the same thing happen now. They infiltrated a communist convention, and they all want to get rid of capitalism. Oh, well, there's going to be products for everybody or anything like that. No, if you don't pay people to make this shit, they're not going to. It's not going to be there. Not to mention communism and Marxism, all this stuff has literally starved millions of people. But, oh yeah, it'll just be there. These assholes now that are going to these conventions are literally Trekkie wannabes. Oh, I think that the way that Star Trek is with all the collective and everybody gets the stipend and everybody's always taken care of. That's a utopia that will never fucking happen. And it was like that entertainer mentioned at Oxford. You're not going to be able to talk people into not wanting to own things. You're not going to be able to convince people to stay poor. You're not going to, and taking away their fossil fuels and taking away all that other stuff, you're going to get revolts. You will not be able to talk people into killing their children for this stuff. Greetings, you're on the air.
Hey, is this where I can get my palm read?
Sure.
What's up, Laura?
What's up, man?
Ebb Tide.
Ebb Tide. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
You seem like you wanted somebody to call in, so I called in.
That's the purpose of my show. That's what I've been trying to do for 2 years.
2 years?
Almost. December makes 2 years that I've been doing live shows.
You know, I don't have any interesting topics like flowers or space fire diving tactics.
Salty Mad Jameson. Utopian communism works until you add people and run out of someone else's money. Exactly. Well, as I say, these people think that all of a sudden the replicators are just going to make everybody's food and everybody's just going to be nice to each other all the time and everybody's going to give and do the things and all that. It's not going to happen. These people are LARPing. And most of them look like they haven't taken a bath in a year. Gross. In fact, this one guy that he was interviewing looked like a gamer that sat in front of his computer for a long time. His shirt was a wreck. It was stained and like stretched and everything like that. He looked like he hadn't combed his hair or taken a shower. He was kind of greasy looking and everything like that. And he's talking about this utopia. Oh, I want it to be like Star Trek, man. Ew!
Well, I'm waiting for the pod babies to do all my work for me.
What's that?
The pod babies. I'm waiting for them to grow the pod babies.
The pod babies. Sergeant Tripod, welcome to the show. So you didn't really have anything to tell the world?
No, I just want to call in, mess with you.
Oh, okay. I'm hard to mess with.
Yeah, good night, Laura.
I'm hard to mess with. I'm one of the hardest people to mess with because I pretty much now in the last, 25 years, I've grown up on the stage. I've got a hide of an alligator, and I really don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me, so... Fuck as... try fucking with you. Fucking with me as you may.
I'm not just as interesting as Big Tyrone was.
Oh. Yeah, trying to trip me up and all that shit. Actually, you know what? I meant to tell him about the grill that day. He said, well, you said that about the grill. The first time I ever heard that, a redneck told me that. And he said, it was like a bug all up in your forward grill. So, yeah, it's like all up in your grill. So that's how, when I think that, that's what I think, a bug in your grill. But I couldn't get it out because he kept trying to bait me. It's like, shut up, dude.
We were in the chat egging him on.
Yeah, somebody told on him in the chats. That's what happened. He says, yeah, man, I wish you hadn't done that. I'd have messed with her. I would have messed with her. I was kind of hoping you were Tom from America Floats because he said he would call me, but he wants to schedule it, and I don't schedule it. Why? Why schedule it? I'm open every night, every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Schedule it. In fact, I think
couldn't put me and Tweak in the same car because me and Tweak would both be shooting out the windows.
Tweak didn't do that, did he? Although I knew he wanted to when things were going bad, man. I just take the gun and shoot up in the air. Ah!
A couple of desktops won't hurt nobody.
When your Wi-Fi goes down for 10 minutes. Hey, I like that show. Actually, believe it or not, I saw a biography about Michael Landon. He was a drunk. Poor guy. Well, he was always so busy and everything like that. But I mean, I think show business just does that to you. Because there's a lot of people that are either recovering or they get into bad trouble. I mean, look at Lindsay Lohan. Look at all the kids that were going through Disney and all that other stuff. They all, they either turned into drunks to escape from that somehow or another, or they were made to turn into drunks so that they could be controlled with it. Shit posting is an art, and I'm a shartist. There you go, man. Bin Band. We now have a new nickname for Bin Band. He's a shartist. $34 days. Good for you, Bin Band.
I just wanted to give you a call.
Okay, man.
You see somebody to call in.
That's the.
Have a nice night.
That's the name of the show. Call in talk show. Call me and tell them like it is. So yeah, I appreciate you calling in, Bin Band. Maybe since you were the first one on the dance floor, we'll get other people calling. Much love, brother. All right, yeah, the phone lines are open. All right, like I said before, before I got called, and like I say, you can interrupt me anytime. Talk about anything you want. I've got a new little segment that I like to add on here called More Like This. And then I find videos where pretty much they faffo. They fool around and find out. Let's see. This guy, now I don't remember if I showed you this last week. I may not have had time to show you this last week, but this guy passes out bumper stickers. I might have found this like right after the show last week too. This guy passes out bumper stickers with the guise of a Democratic, what do they call it? Support line, almost like a and you'll love this. This is why it's extremely impossible to talk to the sheep on the other side.
Call me. I'll say whatever I can to make them as mad as possible. Give one of these to somebody as a gift to turn their vehicle into a mobile Democrat troll factory.
We are just trying to keep Donald Trump out of jail because obviously he's innocent.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. Go ahead. You speak. It's all about you.
That is a man that does not deserve to be free.
The guy can't even get it out. Listen.
Well, yeah, because the Democrats basically are corrupt, and they stole the election and also put Donald Trump in jail, or are trying to put him in jail under false pretenses. It's kind of like a fascist dictator, essentially.
No. There's no petition that can get him out. He goes to court. Everything works just like it would for anybody else.
Hunter Biden did illicit substances, and he's basically a drug addict that's running amok. And
no.
This is the video I was talking about where everybody's saying, there's no proof. Listen to this guy.
No evidence for that. No evidence for that whatsoever.
Actually, there is tons of evidence. It's got...
No.
He's a disaster. Essentially, he is, I would say, a demonic force. And instead of investigating, trafficking and stuff, they're putting all of their attention into keeping Hunter a free man when he's, he's literally a predator. He's literally a predator.
He is a free man. He's the son. Not only is a free man, he's the first son of the President of the United States. They're gonna shit on him all the time because they want to make his dad look bad. His dad's old. I agree with you. But it's not like we're gonna be doing all of this and then you're gonna fucking get the guy who's worse out of jail.
The funniest part about that is that the guy called him. Greetings, you're on the air.
Stop deluding yourself.
I'm not deluded.
He's laughing his sick fucking ass off. Fuck you too.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Call me Mr. Slave. Call
right.
me Colonel if you must. Just don't call me sir.
That sounds like Telly Savalas.
You stupid fucking cunt, you idiot.
Well, I guess this is what whoever you are wants to tell the world. Is this Mr. Tizo?
Jim.
The Robert De Niro soundboard. Okay.
He's got his nose up my ass everywhere I go.
Tweak.
Bon voyage, motherfucker. Bon voyage, motherfucker.
Good night. Tell me that wasn't Paulie. Robert De Niro's soundboard. Okay, we'll listen to the rest of this now. This guy...
He's going to go to jail, and Trump's going to be the next president.
Call to support Biden bumper stickers with my phone number on them. When people...
Can you imagine getting somebody to call you, pissing them off this much, and they don't just hang up? One soundboard troller knows another. Oh, okay. That wasn't Paulie. Okay. Yeah, Paulie wouldn't do that to me. Paulie's cool. That was Tweak from Grizz's Garage. Okay. Oh, isn't that right? You just said that you have him you caught him and you have him in a cage. So yeah, you guys want to hear that again by any chance? That's so epic. Yeah, let's do it one more time.
Call me. I'll say whatever I can to make them as mad as possible. Give one of these to somebody as a gift to turn their vehicle into a mobile Democrat troll factory.
You're just trying to keep Donald Trump out of jail because obviously he's innocent.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. Well, go ahead. You speak. It's all about you.
That is a man that does not deserve to be free.
Well, yeah, because the Democrats basically are corrupt, and they stole the election and also put Donald Trump in jail, or are trying to put him in jail under false pretenses. It's kind of like a fascist dictator, essentially.
No. There's no petition that can get him out. He goes to court. Everything works just like it would for anybody else.
Hunter Biden did illicit substances, and he's basically a drug addict that's running amok. And
no evidence for that. No evidence for that whatsoever.
Actually, there is tons of evidence. It's got
no.
He's a disaster. Essentially, he is. I would say a demonic force. And instead of investigating, trafficking and stuff, they're putting all of their attention into keeping Hunter a free man when he's, he's literally a predator. He's literally a predator. His name is Hunter.
He's a free man. He's the son. Not only is a free man, he's the first son of the President of the United States. They're gonna shit on him all the time because they want to make his dad look bad. His dad's old. I agree with you. But it's not like we're going to be doing all of this and then you're going to fucking get the guy who's worse out of jail.
He's going to go to jail, and Trump's going to be the next president.
Call to support Biden bumper stickers.
This guy. I couldn't stop watching that one. I'd like to see. I wonder if he does any more. This is Alex Biron Comedy on Instagram. ALEXBIRON Comedy on Instagram. Okay. Performing a live exorcism during a call. Let's see about this one.
Thank you for calling Plaza Bowling Co. This is Krista speaking.
Thanks so much for taking my call.
Hey, no problem.
It's nice to just connect and just do a nice positive.
Okay. Okay, I see. That wasn't exactly. If he does any more politicals or anything like that with the Biden thing. Yes, Sergeant Tripod, liberal debates are exactly like that. That's why it's time to stop coddling them and messing with them and start waking up the other lions. All right. Here's another one more like this. What happens to people who steal other people's lunches? I never had that problem, but if I did, I had plenty of cayenne pepper to mess with them. Is it good, buddy? Oh my God. I love it. Has anybody done anything like that? I'm sure that you guys have worked in offices and stuff like that, and you've had people steal your lunch or steal something from you. That right there is the max. Alan Berg was not a better host, and David Lane can lick my balls when God brings him for judgment. Okay. I don't know either of those people. One of the oldest tricks in the book. Yeah. All right, time to crack a beer. Yes, Drunken Rocky's show is on in about 20 minutes or so. But yeah, more like this. And like I say, I never had that problem working in the office, although a lot of times I wouldn't actually bring a lunch. I didn't trust anybody else to not put something else in my lunch either. But people will steal your lunch. And I've seen videos and I've seen pictures and explanations of people doing things like putting pepper in it. Actually, that's how you find out who. Evidently, this person knew who it was and decided to film him, or it was a setup. But it still doesn't. It looks pretty real to me, and good for you, whoever put the used condom in there. The caption on here is "He's a spitter." That's terrible, but true. As long as they don't pack your lunch, yeah. Want to trigger a liberal? Just say LGBTQ is a choice, and that is why they're all pro-choice. Yeah, actually, all you have to do is say the word Trump. Trump's going to be president, or now there's some proof against your side that they're criminals, more criminals than they want to blame us for. All right, here's another one, more like this. Stupid, stupid, stupid criminals. Thank you, Bubba. This isn't a cold one. Looks like it worked, though. Thank you. Oh. There was sound, okay. Yeah, so this guy decided to come and rob this place. I wonder if she saw the last 10 videos where people do this. They just lock them in there. Man, don't be surprised if these people start charging these people for wrongful imprisonment. There's always some kind of loophole that these criminals get away with shit now and are able to sue the people that they go and victimize. But yeah, more like this. Okay, let's see. What is this one? All right. Coming to a city near you.
In the crowd, you're gonna hear my voice when I shout it out loud. It's my...
This is what we're gonna get. Like, aren't they starting to hire illegals for police work? Coming to a city near you. David Lane wrote the 14 precepts in 88 words. He ordered the murder of Alan Berg, a liberal Jewish radio host in Denver. Alan was a family friend. He paid for my kung fu lessons for 6 months. Oh man, that sucks. But this is another example of they want to stay in power, and their mantra is by any means necessary. So again, and this is what's going to happen. This is not only are they letting him out of the jails, but now they're not even competent enough to catch him. And of course, we got some more coming to a city near you. Help's on the way. They don't train these people no more? For nothing? So yeah, there's our cops now. This is what's coming from defunding the cops and probably hiring illegals, people that don't have any skills or whatever. Pretty soon you'll be able to do like that dude did in Idiocracy. Hey man, I don't belong here. What's on the way out? And they showed him right out. But it's getting to the point now where there's nobody going to be even in jail. All right, we're on to the comedy bit. Let's see. I call this... Oh, let's see. What happened? I'm missing one here. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I was missing one here. What happened was that there was a 86-year-old woman who got her purse snagged from her, and a bunch of people ran him down and beat the shit out of him. So yeah, more like that. Don't be messing with the old people, man. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for old people. And, you know, one of the things about that also, too, I think it was Jordan Peterson. It might not have been, it might have been someone else, too. But, you know, you get to a point now where you disrespect older people now, and you get this mantra where old people suck, they're not worthy, or anything like that. And then when you get old, guess who's going to be in the same boat? And I guarantee you're not going to like it very much. But just keep disrespecting the elderly like that. The people that brought you up, the people that made sure that you stayed alive, the people that taught you what you needed to know to survive. Just keep being disrespectful to them. And when you get that tradition going, when you get old, guess what? Nobody's here forever, man. Nobody. Nothing. Nobody and nothing is here forever. And some people go quicker than others, as you can see. All right, I call this next clip Boomers in Cyberspace. Ah, come on. Let me see if I can refresh. Sometimes these things fall asleep. I feel that. Good try, man. Good try. Boomers in cyberspace. Ah, shit. By consent or conquest, exactly. All my child friends took those kung fu lessons. Verifiable history. That's really cool, man. I'm so sorry that happened to him. He seemed like a good man. But see, that's the problem. That's the reason why the other guy wanted him killed. He wasn't a good guy. They want to kill the good guys and make it look like the good guys are the bad guys. Things that frighten liberals. 10 things that frighten liberals from Sergeant Tripod. The Constitution, the American flag, Donald Trump, free speech, patriotism, gun rights, capitalism, hard work, prayer, and the pond. Yes, I see that. I see that. Okay. Yeah. So I say, boomers in cyberspace. Good try, though. I mean, you see all these other things going like that. Man, my glasses make me sweat. Make my face sweat. All right, the comedy part. Okay, we, let's see, cop car. A phone call. I hope it's not another troll. Come on, man. Let's be serious. Practice your First Amendment rights with me. Greetings, you're on the air.
What's the matter with you?
Come on, man.
I told you to stop talking to my wife. I'm serious. Did you fucking do it?
I'm hanging up now. Come on, man. I've fallen and I can't reach my coffee. Yep, that's good. That's good. I missed it. I had one for Muko. Muko, are you there tonight? That's another one I can't seem to find on here. I could have sworn I set this up. Sometimes I feel like I've got to run away. Where is that one for Muko? I had one for Muko here. There it is. Here, one for Muko. Kitty says, fuck your sleep cycles. And this is all in one night, too. Greetings, you're on the air.
Where the fuck have you been? I've been calling you all fucking night long.
Goodbye. Greetings, you're on the air.
Hola.
Hello, who's this? Or you don't have to
This
tell
is
me who it is.
Coondog.
Just as long as it's a human.
Oh no.
How's it going,
No, it's
Coon
me.
Dog? Welcome to the show.
Howdy, miss. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
I got some lag here. I turned my computer down.
There you go. Yep. You see what I'm playing for Muko? I don't think Muko was here tonight, but I saw this video and I thought of Muko immediately. This cat does nothing but bother the shit out of this woman all night.
Jeez. I heard of them things doing that. Oh, it did. It bit the shit out of her, didn't it?
Yeah, it's hilarious actually because he's doing the bunny kicks and he attacks her hand all the time. I don't know what he's doing there. So what's up, man?
There is major lag on this thing. That's funny.
On the Skype, or are you listening to the show? You have to mute the show if you're going to talk to me.
I turned the computer down.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you got to mute the show if you're going to talk to me.
Okay. Let's see what's going on now. Nothing. I just wanted to chat with you.
Okay.
I'd never ever talked to you.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, like, I've been watching you for a long time now, and you see me in the chats and stuff, but It's weird that this whole time, when I started watching, like, RDR and all you guys, I chatted a bunch with you guys. I was always in the chats and shit, bullshitting with you. But I have actually, like over the past 2 years, really, I dedicated a lot of my time to playing guitar. And I don't know, I just wanted to tell you that I basically, like, learned the guitar and shit the whole time I've been watching your show.
Cool.
And I like that. Like, your husband plays guitar and stuff, and that's cool.
Yes, he does.
Like, I don't know.
Actually, his entire family plays guitar.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All three of his brothers, one of his brothers plays drums, all three of his other brothers play guitar, and his two sons play guitar too. His mom and dad used to play guitar too.
That's pretty awesome. I don't have anybody in my family that really does does any instruments. I kind of got my brother playing guitar a little bit, but I picked up a drum set and shit. I've been doing a little bit of this and that, but I dedicated some time this past year easy to, I'm moving to Ohio from Michigan, and I'm getting the hell out of here.
Sounds almost like you're going from the frying pan into the fire there. Ohio's pretty bad too, isn't it?
I don't think it's as bad as Michigan is right now, at least at the moment. But I've got some family property and a small house down there that I'm moving to. I'm going to maintain that for a little while.
There you go. So you think do you think that all of this stuff that's going on is as much political theater as I do?
I really do. A lot of this shit has me scratching my head, but not in the sense of like confusion as to like, oh, what's going on here? Like literally saying like, this is fucking political theater.
Yeah.
Like, this is literally like, dumb. It's a show.
A lot of it is, especially now with this new supposed indictment of Hunter Biden. That was the breaking story today. I don't see anything happening, and of course they had to mention that it was done by his original this guy that they put in charge of this indictment thing was his original lawyer or something like that was actually trying to keep him out of jail all this time. They put him in charge of the special counsel or whatever it was for it. Supposedly this guy is indicting Hunter Biden now. I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
No, I think that's all a big scam. I don't think they're really doing much of nothing, if anything, other than just getting in front of fucking people and talking. I hate to say it, but we're getting to a point like that fucking New Mexico governor or something, Gretchen Whitmer here in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually we're going to have to make a fucking example out of one of these people. And then get them all in line because they're all fucking treasonous and they're all lying to our fucking faces.
Yeah. Lying and pretending that they're our gods, pretending that they're holier than thou, that rules for us and not for them. Because wasn't she one of the ones that locked everybody down and then sent her husband fishing?
Yeah. He called up the boat housing, whatever, where his shit was docked at.
Yeah.
And tried to let them. They're the ones who turned him in. They're the ones who called the news or whatever and narked him out. Like, listen, this guy's calling up. We're on lockdown. This guy's calling us up trying to give up hush money and shit to get his boat out.
Mm-hmm.
And
well,
it's just been an uphill battle, and now they're going after Matt DeBerno and all these fucking people again.
Yep. Anybody that doesn't toe their line, man.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, the quote unquote takeover that we did here in Lansing, where we went into the Capitol and shit, that was a pre-run to January 6th. The same people infiltrated fucking Lansing here, let our people into the fucking building like it's nothing, and the same people were the ones who set up motherfucking January 6th.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they're finding out about that too now. In fact, I saw a video where Gavin Newsom did an interview, I think, with Chuck Todd, and now he's saying, "Oh, we would have done everything different had we known what we know now and everything." So in other words, he literally admitted in so many words that they did everything wrong, everything.
Yeah.
But we saw what he did. He locked down everybody else and went to dinner with a bunch of people with no masks on. So I think it was Jimmy Dore. He said either he was ahead of the game or he knew all along. He was just he was just doing it for. But yeah, that was basically it. All right, see you, Drunken Rocky. Don't forget to hit his show in a little bit after we're done here.
Well, I just wanted to call and say hi.
Well, I'm glad you did, Coon Dog. It's Salty Mad Jabinson says, South Wisco, hit me up. I have friends that live in Michigan. They actually they moved from Texas because the fishing here sucked. And now they're up there dealing with the bullshit up there.
I'm in Kalamazoo. I'm north of Kalamazoo a little bit. This side of the state it's pretty country. A lot of the state's freaking country, really. Lakes everywhere. But I'm getting out of here due to them fucking letting the kids. They changed our legislature in 2022 to fucking Democrat from Republican.
Yeah.
And at that point, with these communists running this motherfucker, they went and changed our legislature to Democrat. They're gonna gut the state.
Hey, Truth, how you doing? Long time no see. True Sanity just popped into the chat.
Oh man, my brother.
Appreciate you being there. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna have to hop back in the chat and say what's up.
Okay, wow, we got 12 people over there on Rumble now. Actually, I want to say a shout out to everybody that comes after the show. I usually get about, I've had up to 25 people watching me at the time of this live, but then when I look at it another day later, there's over 100 people. So you guys, welcome and thank you for checking out the show after the fact. I know Thursdays are tough for some people sometimes, or they're watching somebody else. There's so many of us on here now. The competition is fierce. Fierce! At least we're not dog eat dog. Well, most of us anyway.
Well, all right, miss. I'll speak to you soon.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for calling. I appreciate you being here. Please make sure to tell your friends. And good luck and safe travels on your move.
Thank you, miss.
You're welcome.
Bye.
You have a good night. All right. Thanks for calling. That was Coon Dog, the Coon Dog Show. Appreciate you being here tonight. All right. This was for Muko, but I don't see Muko, so somebody let him know. Let's see. Where am I? Where was I? A few more things to show you. Just some. Oh, okay. This was unexpected. Oh, somebody trying to join the Mile High Club. I do hope that was his wife. All right, let's see. Did I have another one? Oh, this is hilarious. An oldie but a goodie.
Really? Woo! You guys meet? Greg, Janice?
We sure did.
That was stupid. Great. I can't.
Oh, goodness. That's hilarious. Oh, I had that on here twice. No wonder. Okay. Yep. All right. Here's a funny one.
Esto se va a poner feo.
Mira esto.
I'm not even real sure what that is.
Ahora sí viene lo chido. ¡Ay, mi madre!
Holy crap. Greetings, you're on the air.
Hi, Laura. It's Ken. It's Space Cowboy.
Space Cowboy.
What's up, girl?
How
you doing?
Not too much, just showing funny shit. Getting ready to close
Yeah.
out the show. How are you?
I know. I just wanted to drop in and say what's up, and you know, I love your show. I wish I could be more generous than that right now, but you know, what the hell?
No worries.
It'll all come around, right?
Oh,
It'll
yeah.
all come around, and you know, one thing I gotta say is that Fauci and Biden. I've had a few people in the last few weeks tell me, "Oh, well, Biden's so old and he's mentally ill, and he doesn't stand for that's fine." I'm like, no, hang that dude, and then put him on his lawn in a gibbet and leave it there for a century. That would be an explicit statement to the rest of these assholes that, yeah, we're done with your faggotry. Go fuck yourselves. So,
yeah,
anyway,
well, the
that's my opinion.
Constitution has requisites in it that gives us permission to take care of these people.
Right, absolutely. And under constitutional law, if you're convicted of treason, you ought to be hung. And I think that we should add, you know, at least a century of gibbeting. And for the current situation, I think that we should just, you know, give it them all on the White House lawn for a century, just to warn everybody else that if you think you're going to come and appropriate our rights for yourselves and then exclude us from our rights, then you're going to your body is going to rot on the White House lawn for a century, and that's what's going to happen. And you know, I know it sounds harsh. It's not what they
don't have any problems making examples of us. They don't have any problems killing us when we're inconvenient to them.
Right.
They don't have any problems doing any of this shit to us.
Right, or putting us in jail in a shithole Washington, D.C. jail that doesn't even have American citizens as the jailers for 2 years for trespassing, which is like a ticket. Like literally a ticket.
I don't understand how they can even be trespassing. If you look at the videos, these people were let in.
Right.
Veremos qué sucede. Estoy un poco nervioso.
What? Are these people really that scared of that thing? Is this you, cowboy?
I got cut off.
Yeah, we lost the connection.
I don't know. My phone's like almost dead.
Oh, gotcha.
Plugged in, but yeah, but I got my earbuds in. So anyway, well, y'all got the gist of what I was saying. You know, it's I don't know. I want to be a nice guy. I want to be a kind person. I want to be a loving person. But when I watch the kind of travesties that are being portrayed upon the American people by the elite leaders, so-called leaders, because they're not leaders. They're greedy pieces of shit.
They're supposed to be our representatives. They're not our leaders.
Right. They're our representatives. And but they're, you know, so many of them are using it as a grift so they can make a shit ton of money while they leave us in the dust, and that's not their job, not in any way whatsoever.
Well, when the government becomes tyrannical, we have the Constitution says we can revolt.
That's right. The Declaration of Independence is our right to declare that it's that we have to sever our ties with any organization, any government that seeks to take away from what we are. That's what the Declaration of Independence is all about. When people decide that their leaders or the ones who are, you know, put up front to guide them have lost their way and they're not doing their job, that people have the right to replace them.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And if it comes to having to be violent, then it's the people's right to do so, because you're not doing your job. You're criminals, basically, is what they're saying. I mean, the Declaration of Independence is the power of the people to say, "Fuck you! You're fucking us over. We're going to take ourselves back," right? And that's what it is. And then, of course, the Constitution came after that. The original papers for the Constitutional Congress, and then once they created the United States with the Constitution of the United States of America, then it, you know, became the United States. But
there is one thing I agree with Ramaswamy about. people should start learning our civics. We need to know what's in that document. They actually took that out of schools because if you don't know what your rights are, how can you fight for them? How can you,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? How can you know that you're not getting all your rights? You're not being given all your rights, or whatever, or not being allowed. I hate that word because nobody allows us. That's where our rights are our rights. That's why I say, oh, they're not absolute. Well, if they're not absolute, then they shouldn't be calling them a right. The word rights is absolute, period, anyway. So, yes.
Yeah, we've allowed our rights to be infringed.
Mm-hmm.
We've allowed it. They've pushed that, and then we allow it, and that's why we're sitting in the place right now where we're at, where we don't even have, like, any real actual political power because we've abdicated it to the government.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Well, because
they
convinced everybody. They've convinced everybody that we have to be nice, we have to be peaceful, we have to be, and then they'll tell us, "Oh, you guys are so bad because of the way that you took over America to begin with." Okay, make up your minds.
Well, you know what? I'm freaking Native American. Okay, my mom's side of the family's Native American. I mean, we're Cherokees. My great-great-grandmother on my mother's side walked the Trail of Tears.
Mm-hmm.
And ain't nobody in my family that I know except for my mother's youngest sister and her youngest brother who are in any way leftist, and they're both way left. And I feel bad because my Uncle Mike is only a couple years older than me. He was like my older brother my whole childhood. And now he's like, but all the rest of the family, including like, I'm in touch with like 4 or 5 of my cousins that are down in Oklahoma on the reservation and stuff, and they're all Trump supporters, and they always have been. They're all conservative, farmers and stuff.
Right.
And
well, I work at an Indian casino down here, and a majority of them, in fact, they were the last people to take their masks off. Even after it was all said and done, and they said that we could do it. It took them another almost 6 months for them to take their masks off.
Oh, the natives?
Yeah, the rules that they had for the reservation. And they kept saying that it was. Well, they kept saying it was because of the federal. I know the feds own all of the reservations. Like I say, if you really trust the government, you need to talk to our Native Americans, and now our Hawaiians.
Native Americans pretty much have all their land back. On the reservations, there's like all kinds of legal stuff that happened in the last 30 years. That like there's no BIA cops, Bureau of Indian Affairs. They are not on the reservations anymore. Their offices are outside the reservations. It used to be that all the cops on the reservations were BIA. They were all white. None of them were native. They were assholes. And now all the cops on the reservations are all natives. And they're not BIA. They're reservation officers. Most of the native tribes have regained control of. About the only thing they haven't gained control of is their actual reservation land. Yeah. They're not allowed to buy or sell, like, you know what I'm saying? Outside of the tribe, like you can buy land from your neighbor if you're native, right?
Yeah.
And he can sell land to you, like that kind of thing. But you can't sell your land to somebody else that's not within a certain percentage, or even in some. And this may be part of the native councils have said, yeah, well, we can't sell land amongst anyone but ourselves, type thing. And I get that, because my family was, my great-grandmother was given 40 acres in 1931 or 32, and off the Osage Reservation, which is where my grandfather and my great-grandma and her mother, they were all raised there, born and raised there. And but when she moved off onto this allotment of land that was given as a reparation. I had some black woke chick tell me once, well, you Indians got your reparations, you got the reservation. And I was like, oh, you mean we were allowed to have a little tiny portion of our own land, and that's reparation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking hate woke people because their logic is so fucked up. It's like, okay, here, let me throw some of that logic right back at you.
Well, I was going to say, as usual, and of course, I'm sure that the government had something to do with coming up with that name woke. As usual, it's the exact fucking opposite of what it's supposed to be. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. The first actually awakened person I ever met was, 1982, 1983. I wasn't even 18 yet, and I was in, I got arrested because I was with the guy who decided to shoplift a package of bologna when between us we had like fucking $400 and something or whatever, and he decided to steal bologna. And this was back then that was like a 60 cent or 50 cent pack of,
What, they just do it for the thrill?
Now it costs you $5, right? Yeah, he decided to steal it, and I wasn't even. We walked into the store together, and then we met up at the and I was at the register already buying my stuff, and so he comes up, and we got arrested, and then 6 days later we get released. He got convicted of his crime, and I got I was mad at the judge too, and I told the judge that after he sentenced the guy. I was like, why do I get as many days in jail as him, and I'm not guilty, and he's guilty? He's like, well, I dismissed your charges. Yeah, but I still spent 6 days in jail.
Yeah.
And he got time served. Me and him got in a big old fight later that day. Luckily, I got out to the spot before he did, and we got a big old fight. I was like 15, he was probably 30, 32, something like that. And that motherfucker, I was about to throw him off the mountain, and somebody stopped me. But
kind and peaceful, like you were saying before, you want to be a kind person, you want to be a good person. Kind and peaceful and good does not mean doormat.
Right.
Not to mention the fact that, you can be brutally kind to somebody by telling them the brutal truth. That, you have to be, if you're going to be kind to somebody, if you're going to love somebody, you have to tell them, you have to be honest with them, you have to tell them the truth. That's not always,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not always the epitome of what they keep telling everyone. And they've been teaching everybody, there's good in everybody, except that person or except that person. I mean, they've been building us up for this kind of stuff for a really long time. But since it's not a slow process and they're not subtle about it anymore, people are saying no.
Yep, exactly. Well, there is good in everybody, but
that doesn't mean everybody's going to choose to be good, though.
Right, exactly.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have laws and things like that either.
Right. Well, the Bible says that there are none who are good except for God.
Right.
So, that's pretty much where it's at. It's a subjective thing with humans, but the truth is, with Christ, it's pretty right there in your face, blatant. It's like, nah, you're not good. You're a lying, thieving, adulterating, blasphemer.
That's why they that's why they say it's kindness and love and repentance, not love and acceptance.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's all the same thing. I mean, because the truth is that none of us are capable of real love or real repentance or real forgiveness. That's why we have Jesus Christ.
Right.
Because Jesus Christ does that for us. Right.
Yeah, and of course that's why they condemn Christians a lot of times too. A lot of people are under the impression that Christ came here to condemn. No, He came here to save.
No.
But there are things you have to do. You can't just be an animal.
Right. Pastor, what is that he says? He calls it depraved indifference. Is that what he calls it?
Okay.
I think that is what he calls it. Yeah, depraved indifference. So humanity, we are sinful creatures. Everything we do is sin. We can do nothing but sin, right? And we have no difference towards that. Like, we look at another who commits the same sins we do, and we go, burn that guy at the stake. He committed the same sin I did.
Right.
Except we don't say the same sin I did. We're just like, he committed a sin. So that's depraved indifference. We commit sin knowingly, right? And then we condemn others for the same sins we can commit ourselves. And so that's depraved indifference, or
well, humans
similar
suck.
to that. Yeah,
humans suck. There's just no
Yep.
no other way to put it.
Right.
Thankfully, we have Christ. Otherwise, we would suck all the way to eternity.
Yeah. And thankfully that, and I truly believe that the power of Christ actually does compel us. You know, like in the movie, the power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels us to gather together in whatever situation it is.
Right.
And I truly believe that where we are here on the internet, which is freaking me out, I'm telling you right now, because like I got my friends that I've been going to church with for over a decade, and they're like, you need to come fellowship, and I'm like, people are being saved in this place. There are people who are traveling 1,000 miles to be baptized.
Fantastic.
Okay, people are being saved. Don't tell me that there's not a fellowship going on here. This is a fellowship right here, right now. In this pond, in the whole group of this pond, there's a fellowship, a true fellowship that's heartfelt.
I agree.
And it's winning souls. It's gaining. It's harvesting. Isn't that what we're supposed to do as Christians? We're supposed to harvest we're supposed to gather the harvest, right?
Spread the word.
You know?
Yep.
Spread
Be
the word
fruitful
and
and
gather the
multiply.
harvest. Exactly.
I think that means more than having kids, but also too having kids so that they can praise Him too.
Right.
But but multiply is you're going out to your fellow man and you're spreading the word and you're planting the little seeds. That's all we really.
You're planting the seed.
Yeah.
And when you find someone who's like, was it yesterday? Well, yesterday was it yesterday or Tuesday night when it was Tuesday night when RDR was talking with Woo's News, and we all, you know, I don't know if he's gay. I'm not gonna say he's gay or anything, but it sure seems like he's a gay man. But
who, RDR?
But did you? No, not RDR.
Oh.
Woo's. Did
Woo's?
you watch RDR on Tuesday?
I didn't see it. No, I wasn't able to catch it on Tuesday. I think I don't even remember what I was doing.
I don't want to try to knock Woo's out in any way, because obviously Woo's is like, he's way on track, but he's got some kind of paganism thing going on with his faith. And I only say that because I was doing the same thing when I first came here into the pond like 8 months ago. I was still mixing like legalism and like spirituality and all these other things with
it's hard not
Christianity to kind of make it. Yeah, of course, because you want to make it easier for you to accept. Like, I want to make it easier for me to swallow and accept and replace it, right? You know what I'm saying? But the truth is that it's not. As much as we want to make it like, oh my God, I can't do this. I'll never be able to do this. I'm never going to. So I got to make it easier for me to do this. No, the thing is that Jesus came because we can't do it.
Right.
We can't do it. We can't do any of it. Not one step are we capable of doing, except for the fact that we go like, Jesus Christ, I am not capable of doing this. And I can't save myself. I can't follow you. I don't know how. the more I read, the more I realize I can't. Well, that's the reason that Jesus Christ can. It's the reason that Yahshua HaMashiach is here, is because he knows we can't do it. And we absolutely must have him, because without him, we have nothing. We have ourselves.
Right.
We have Lucifer, and we have the law, and we can't follow the law. We can't follow ourselves. We can't follow Lucifer.
Yeah. Well, we can't trust men either. We can't trust our fellow man.
Well,
we can't trust, the only person we can actually trust is God.
Right.
And Jesus.
Only
Because
one we
they're
can trust is
consistent,
God.
they're the ones, Man's always going to fluctuate to his own predispositions, his own
selfishness.
Selfishnesses, yeah.
To selfishness and fooling, making excuses for your actions. It's all the same thing.
Well, look at it this way. Would any man or person that you know go through hell for you? I mean, literal hell?
No, I don't think so. Maybe my brother, but, he's got kids and a wife, and he has Christ. And I don't know. I think if God directed him to do whatever he could to make sure I was okay, he would probably do it. I'm thinking he would.
But I don't think he would send him to literal hell like Jesus went to.
No, he wouldn't send my brother to hell. I mean, yeah, he would. My brother is a sinner, just like me.
Well, I mean, for your sins, though.
But for my sake,
yeah,
no, of course
for anybody
not.
else. That's why I said I don't know any man.
God doesn't send anybody to hell because of somebody else's sin.
No.
Yeah. We all pay for our own sin.
Right.
For sure. Yeah. Yep. You're absolutely correct.
Well, we thanked God for the rain today. It finally rained well enough to actually cover the ground and give us a few little streams so that our plants may not die. So we thanked him for that today. Not real sure why he was keeping it from us, but at the same time, he's in charge. Can't question it. Oh, he can, but it doesn't do any good.
I love the rain.
Yeah, me too.
I never liked the rain when I was homeless, but now that I don't have to be out there, I liked the snow better when I was homeless. But now that I don't have to be in the rain when it's raining, I love the rain. It's so nice to walk outside and smell the clean air, and especially in the springtime here in the desert, when the rain falls, everything makes flowers.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, I'm hoping it's not too late for my magnolia trees. All my magnolia trees in the yard were all brown and droopy. I was trying to water them with the hose, but I'm not home enough.
Yeah.
Plus, also, too, it's expensive to water 2 acres of yard.
Yeah, it is. That's a big yard. Shit.
Yep.
Is that all county land? You don't have any water rights or nothing there?
No, I'm unincorporated where I am.
Yeah.
We don't have shit out here. In fact, the cops don't rush back here. Yeah, if you got a fire, you better have something to help yourself with the fire, or just kiss your stuff goodbye, because, yeah, they don't rush back here. And if they do rush back here, they can't friggin' find you. It's not a bad thing in some cases, but when it comes to first response, it could be better. The electric company knows where I am, though. And somebody was mentioning that I should call my cable company about my internet. I actually have what do they call that? Fiber optic, and I don't go through a cable company.
Nice.
All right.
I wish I had fiber optic. All right, yeah.
I
Laura.
appreciate you calling me tonight.
I know you. Yes, ma'am. I'm glad I did. I just wanted to talk shit about the government a little bit.
Don't we all? Don't we all? That's actually really what most of our shows are about, talking shit about the government, because they sure shit on us enough.
Yes, they do. They absolutely do. So, yeah, give my love to everybody in your family, and
you bet.
You know, I'll pray for you every time I think about you, because I always do for the pond, because I love all you guys. You're all savages. And,
oh, so it was you.
I think, yeah, it's me. But yeah, love
I
you guys.
appreciate that. Yeah, I pray for everybody here too, and that we can continue to fellowship, and that I thank him for the folks that he's put in and out of our lives and stuff like that. He shows us actually through this fellowship that we have on our network here on especially Odysee. God shows me a lot of things, and has shown me a lot of things, good, bad, and indifferent.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yep.
But absolutely. I think that's the point. It's like I said earlier, right. I truly believe that even though I had it was a heart attack that I had 2 weeks into the lockdowns and everything like that, that actually I was one of a very few people that he was literally showing the truth, while the talking heads were telling us the exact opposite.
Right.
And then afterwards I was compelled to start doing videos and lives and things like that. So, yep.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
God will definitely come down on you and say, "Hey, you need to do this for sure."
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm here for it. Like I say, it was an epiphany. It was a couple of things. Something I had to make sure to try and take better care of myself, but it also showed me what actually was going on in the hospital while they were telling us that they were overloaded and that they couldn't do anything and that everybody had to do all these certain things to protect the hospitals. And fucking hospitals were empty.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I saw that just in the last few months. I watched some of those videos from like a year ago when they were showing all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, it's insanity, man. These people are fucking monsters.
Yeah, they are.
I mean,
and their God is money.
Fucking monsters. Yeah.
Their God is money. That's
right.
That's really and truly everything. In fact, you can prove that just from my husband's hospital stay from COVID. It was all about the money. They gave him this stuff because he was on Medicare and because of the fact that the government paid for it. In fact, they even showed us that they even tried to break some of the rules and got busted for that. So yeah, it was all about the money.
Well,
everything
I'm glad they got busted.
Everything that they got, everything that they gave him, the government paid for. And the nurse even came in when she was giving him the remdesivir. It was a IV bag, and she held it up and said, "Guess how much this costs?" And it was to the tune of $12,000. And of course, my husband and I's both jaws dropped. She goes, "Oh, but don't worry about it. The government's paying for all of this." I thought, yeah, that means I'm paying for it. My taxes.
Yeah, the government's paying for it. I don't want it.
Yeah.
No, don't. Those fucking guys. Yeah, I know. I just feel lucky that, I was really worried about my mom and my dad because neither one of them they're not, both of thank God their doctors were like, yeah, neither one of you can have vaccines anymore. And this was long before this COVID thing happened. My mother's got 5 stents. She's got, she had half her colon removed. She's on oxygen and type 2 diabetes, all these things.
Goodness.
My dad is stage 4 kidney failure.
Wow, so COVID could have really taken them out.
Yeah, it's crazy is my mom got COVID twice, and my dad, who sleeps with her, right? I mean, didn't get it at all. And neither one of them been vaccinated because they're not allowed. Their doctors are like, no, you can't have a vaccine. And they told that shit to them like 5 years ago.
Yeah, the doctor knows it'll kill him, and he can't get their medication for the diabetes and all that other stuff anymore.
Yeah.
These guys are monsters. They don't, like I said, their God is money.
Yeah. But
Look at what they're doing.
lucky.
Look at what they're doing to
I mean,
people
you know.
and about people just for the money. In fact, climate change scientists have now come out telling everybody that they changed their results and everything like that for money. And we're finding out now that the scientists and everybody that had anything to do with COVID changed their tune about where it came from and the origins and all that other stuff because Fauci gave them money. It was all about the money, all of it, every single bit of it. That's why I don't trust anybody. As long as there's something to be made about it, whatever they tell me, I'm not going to just listen because it usually means that they want money. That's it. That's it.
One of my coworkers today, actually this morning, we were talking about this. He was like, "Well, I've never been political." He's like, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 years younger than me. "I've never been political. I'm not interested in politics." And I was like, "Yeah, but don't you think that people like Fauci and you know, Klaus Schwab and these people?" And he's all, "Well, Fauci's
You know what that
82.
tells me?
He's pretty old." No, you know what he said? He said Fauci's old.
Yeah,
I was like,
he
yeah,
is.
but he's been doing this shit for 40 plus years.
Yeah,
Don't
he
you
was
think,
the problem in
regardless
the
of his
AIDS
age,
problem.
He should be hanged.
Yeah, he was
He's
the
a
problem in the
criminal.
AIDS epidemic.
Right. Yeah.
And they
He's
let
a
him do it
criminal.
again.
He's been committing these crimes for 40 fucking years.
Yeah.
Should we continue to allow him to get away with it because now he's old?
Hell
Seriously?
Yeah, they didn't
Fuck
do it.
no.
They didn't
Hang
do it
that
for that. They
motherfucker.
didn't do it for that Nazi they caught here in 17 or 18.
Yeah.
He was almost 90, and they deported his ass.
Yeah, and they didn't even catch him. They already knew he'd been there for like 20 plus years.
Yep.
I mean, that was the thing. They already knew he was living in New York for 20 plus years. And here's the other fucked up thing is that we got half a goddamn army in Ukraine that's Ukrainian, that's Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
And the Anti-Defamation League, which is the Jewish protection people, they're the ones who are supposed to protect the Jews against Nazis, are going like, well, they're good Nazis.
Oh
what?
my God!
Good Nazis? Are you? Both my grandpas fought Nazis, both of them. Okay, and then they both fought fucking commies in Korea.
Yeah, well, the
I said,
Nazis
no,
were
fuck
fashioned
you.
after the Democratic Party. You do,
Well,
you
yeah,
know that, right?
I mean, you know,
the Nazis were
yeah,
literally
the Nazis
fashioned.
and the Democrats are the same
German
thing.
Yeah, the German Nazis were literally fashioned after the Democrat Party. They actually followed what they were doing to the black people, and they just replaced everything with Jew instead of black. The
Yeah,
Jim
well,
Crow
Europe
and
hated
all
the
that other
Jews,
stuff.
so.
So yeah, Nazis were literally fashioned after Democrats. So I'm not surprised that they're saying there's good Nazis. But another fucking lie. That was actually what my show was about. That's actually what my show was about tonight. The lies and lies and lies. They continue to keep spewing the same lies, like 4 cops got killed in J6 and all this other crap hole about J6.
Yeah,
In the
4 cops
meantime,
got killed.
they're arresting people that are speaking out against it. We have become a banana republic, and you can't argue with that. And of course, you saw. I don't know if you saw the video earlier with the Biden hotline, the guy trolling these people. It sounded like this guy was about to have a freaking heart attack, and then he just started screeching. My ears closed when that happens. You start screeching at me, it's like you've lost the argument already.
Yeah, exactly. They do that shit all the time. They do it on purpose too. That's what they do it. They do it to shut down any argument.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, it's like that. Remember that video of that girl in the Walmart where she's trying to accuse this guy of like she snuck in front of him.
Oh,
and
right,
he's all
yeah.
like, hey bitch, and she's all, I got raped. It's like, okay,
That sounds like a personal
but-
problem to me.
Yeah, this guy.
You're
didn't
so
rape you.
insensitive. Yeah, I'm gonna be insensitive if you're screeching at me for no reason.
Yeah, you snuck in line in front of me, bitch. Get the fucking back in place.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody gives you special privileges because you have a psychological issue. And what really is sad is that the old ladies that are all in charge of everything in Walmart, they were all just like, "Oh, you poor thing, you poor thing," and they're all like telling me, he's like, "I didn't do anything wrong, and she took some of my stuff," and they're like, "Well, you just need to, yeah, go over here." He's like, "No, she took some of my stuff."
Well, also, that was some part of the Me Too thing that's falling apart now, too, because she basically told everybody that he touched her, and I don't think he ever did.
He never touched her.
No, I didn't think so.
He pushed her cart with his cart.
Okay.
He's like, "Hey," he's like, you butted in line," and that's when she started freaking out, because he's like, "You butt in line."
Yeah, well, and, these people to me are just assholes. You're an asshole. Yeah.
They're spoiled rotten. They're spoiled rotten. They don't know how to have any kind of politeness, and
they think the world owes them everything. Yep.
Exactly. Yep. That's exactly what it is.
Just because they exist.
Because their parents always told them they were special and never spanked them.
And I'm actually curious.
Well, you're not special now. Whack.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say I'm actually curious if she was just saying that she was raped, or if she was actually raped, and if that was the case, by whom?
Well, do you notice she was wearing like a little girl's backpack too? Like she literally had like this little like middle school girl's backpack on her back.
Oh, okay. Well, that means
you see a lot of these grown women that are in their 20s that they might not necessarily be dressed like they're 15, but they have like little accoutrements that are like a 15-year-old girl's accoutrements and stuff, and it's like, wow, nobody ever taught you how to grow up.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say that's another thing too. We're stuck in junior high school most of the time. Even watching the news and stuff, it's like, man, what are you 12?
Well, my thing is, don't tell your daughter she's a princess. First of all, America's not about royalty.
No.
There are no princesses in America. I mean, she can be a fairy queen. I don't even know a fairy queen. I don't even. None of that bullshit.
Well, pretend is okay. And you never want to dash a child's imagination, but at the same time, you have to live in reality. Otherwise, you are going to have problems. People are not going to accept you. It's just the way that it is. They're trying real hard to change humanity from what it is, and it's not working. It's something we talked about the last time you called me. They're literally trying to change humanity, and it's just not working. People want what they want. People want to own things. People want to eat what they want to eat. I noticed that they're trying real hard to clamp down on China, but I noticed also too that once they got a little taste of the freedoms and stuff like that, because I went there back in '84 when they first started opening up to that kind of stuff, and everybody and their brother, I mean, people were picking up rocks off the street and trying to sell them. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Once they got a little taste of that capitalism, there wasn't any going back. That's the reason why China's kind of failing now as it is, too, because of that. They brought it in there, and now they're trying to take it out, and the people are going, I want to own this. I want to have phones. I want to have furniture. I want to have good things. People want to own things.
Right, yeah. You want to have your own cave. That's what it is, man. It's like, I worked for this. I earned this. How dare you try to take it from me?
Yeah, and the only reason why they're able to start doing this kind of thing now is because of that score what is it? The score that if you smoke in the wrong place or if you jaywalk or whatever like that, they'll take things away from you. You can't move around and all this other stuff and everything. That's the only way that they can actually take that away from people. Yeah, that's the only way now that they've been able to take that away from the people. And that's kind of working, but it's not. In fact, they're trying to implement that in England now too. And so far, just about every camera, all the things that they've been posting up in England, everything like that, people going around and just ripping them apart and spraying paint on them So people don't
tearing that shit up.
Yeah. So
and
we're starting to realize there's more of us than there are of them, which is not a bad thing either.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. We've gone almost an hour over, dude.
Have we?
I think I'm losing people to. I think I'm losing people to Drunken Rocky over there, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
usually gone by
yeah.
now, but I do appreciate you calling,
You
and
are.
I do enjoy our conversations. But I got to
It
go
was
feed my
fun,
husband
Laura.
too.
Very much so. Take care of yourself.
Okay.
Give your old man a big old hug.
Oh, yeah.
Or shake his hand. Shake his hand for me.
For
Give
you.
him a
Okay.
man hug. You know, with just shaking a hand and a little tap on the shoulder.
You
That's
bet.
a man hug. You know, give him one of those from me. And,
You bet.
And the critters, if you have critters, give them all loves for me because I love critters.
Oh yeah,
So,
my little kitty, he loves to snuggle. I'll give him a snuggle
yeah.
for you.
All right.
All right. Have a
good
great night and God bless.
Yes, ma'am.
Good
God
night.
bless you too.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
All right. All right. One more little thing before we go. I know it's been a while, but I can't end without my Marmari Emmanuel. And of course it's sleeping, so I have to redo it again. I've played this one before.
I'll say this, by the way.
But
this is to our beloved people of America. Trump is the last president that you must have in 2024. If you don't have Trump, you can kiss your country goodbye. The next superpower is coming, will destroy everything.
He already is.
And I don't care what people say. And then we'll make some deals. Pray, my beloveds. And I pray, and I need your prayers as well. By the power of the Holy Spirit and the love of God the Father, and by the sacrificial Lamb of God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, in the name of the Holy Triune God, the true divine God, creator of everything that is visible and invisible, and everyone, I pray today on this holy feast of Pentecost, Lord Jesus, in your most holy and precious name, I pray by the love of your Heavenly Father who sent you to be the Savior and the Redeemer of the whole world, and by the power of the Holy Spirit which you have sent from your Father in your name to dwell in us through your holy baptism, one of the 7 sacraments of your true church. I pray, Lord Jesus, that every evil deed done against you and your church may be put to shame this moment, for every evildoer to be put to shame, for every evil agenda to be plucked from its roots and burned and decimated once and for all, for Satan to be thrown in the depth of hell and to be crushed one more time under the foot of the King of all kings and the Lord of all lords, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. In Jesus' mighty name, may every secret society be devoured by the wrath of God if they do not repent. Now, if they do not repent.
Amen. All right, I got a request here real quick. Coon Dog says, play that prank hotline one more time. No problem.
Call to support Biden bumper stickers with my phone number on them. When people call me, I'll say whatever I can to make them as mad as possible. Give one of these to somebody as a gift to turn their vehicle into a mobile Democrat troll factory.
We are just trying to keep Donald Trump out of jail because obviously he's innocent.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. But go ahead, you speak. It's all about you.
That is a man that does not deserve to be free.
Well, yeah, because the
Says
Democrats
you.
basically are corrupt, and they stole the election and also put Donald Trump in jail, or are trying to put him in jail under false pretenses. It's kind of like a fascist dictator, essentially.
No. There's no petition that can get him out. He goes to court. Everything works just like it would for anybody else.
Hunter Biden did illicit substances, and he's basically a drug addict that's running amok.
You're welcome, Coon Dog.
And
no evidence for that. No evidence for that whatsoever.
Actually, there is tons of evidence. It's got
no.
He's a disaster. Essentially, he is. I would say a demonic force. And instead of investigating, trafficking and stuff, they're putting all of their attention into keeping Hunter a free man when he's, he's literally a predator.
thing.
He's literally a predator.
He
His name is Hunter.
a free man. He's the son. He's like, not only is a free man, he's the first son of the President of the United States. They're gonna shit on him all the time because they want to make his dad look bad. His dad's old. His dad's old. I agree with you. But it's not like we're gonna be doing all of this and then you're gonna fucking get the guy who's worse out of jail.
He's gonna go to jail, and Trump's going to be the next president.
Call to support Biden bumper stickers with my phone number on them.
I wish there was a longer one or more of that of him. I'm hoping that he'll do more of those, but he literally. I wish he'd have put the phone number there too, man. But it's a bumper sticker that you can get on his Instagram. It's Alex Byron, ALEXBIRON comedy on Instagram. And you can get the troll bumper sticker and have people call him so that he can troll them and piss them off like that. But again, you see, this is a reason why we can't argue with that size. They just screech. They screech over you. And then they think that they've won the argument when you're just going, yeah, whatever, man. Stay over there. Salty Tuna says, this guy's one of the greatest trolls ever. All right, I'm going to ask a question on my next show. I'm looking at what time it is, and I got people coming in even later now that I'm on here and everything. Maybe I should do a later show. I can, I can do whatever I like. Salty Tuna, you love this. Did you, Marmari or this guy here? I love them both. All right, you guys, that's about it for me right now. Don't forget to support all the folks on Rougaroo's interactive TV guide, Pure Blood TV. Even if it's just sharing their work or watching their shows and giving them the likes and everything like that. Be sure to head on over to Drunken Rocky. He's been on for almost an hour now. I'm sorry about that. His show's over here on Odysee. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for the comments, the phone calls, the donations. Don't forget to send me your clips and commercials. Mine are your shows. I'm getting ready to work on another one with Vincenzo. God bless you and God bless America. As always, I wish you peace, love, health, and music. And until next time, AMF.